Try crossing a border you've crossed 100 times. Only now, something feels off. The questions start piling up. Why the extra screening? Why the cold stares? Why are Canadians suddenly getting detained, searched, or even turned away? It's not paranoia, it's a pattern. Policies are changing. Rhetoric is shifting. Flights are vanishing. And behind it all, a message is getting louder. Canadians, you're no longer welcome here.
I was doing my open houses the last few weeks, and this time of year we get a lot of Canadians that are heading back home for the summer. Are Canadians panic selling right now? Are they running back to Canada? Do you need a special real estate agent or anyone special to help a Canadian or a foreign person sell their property in the United States? With all the political turmoil, the dollar being much stronger than the Canadian dollar, are these people selling? Is this going to affect the real estate market? I can only speak for the Phoenix real estate market, but I can tell you right now we haven't seen much of a big change. Now, there are a couple things that we're going to talk about in this video, a couple reasons why the Canadians may want to leave, other than just the political tensions that's going on right now. I always like to take a look at what people are looking at on Google, so let's Google this. Are Canadians leaving the United States? And the answer, according to Google, is yes. There's evidence that Canadian travel to the U.S. is decreasing, and some Canadians are reconsidering living in the U.S., citing factors like political tensions, economic concerns, and the rising cost of living. So let's look at a couple factors that they talk about. Trade and political tensions. The current political climate, including tariffs and trade disagreements, has led some Canadians to boycott travel and reconsider their presence in the United States. Economic concerns. The rising cost of living, particularly in areas like Florida and Arizona, where many snowbirds reside. It's prompting some selling on properties and some relocation back to Canada. Increased security measures. Concerns over border security and potential stricter immigration policies have led some Canadians to cancel their travel plans and reconsider long-term residency in the United States. Cost of living. The high cost of living in some cities compared to Canada can be a factor for those considering moving to the north. In the job market, while the U.S. job market may offer some compensation or higher compensation and more opportunities, these can be offset by the higher taxes and overall cost of living. Examples of Canadian change. Some Canadians are canceling or postponing their travels to the U.S. Others are selling their properties in Florida, Arizona, and many snowbird areas. A survey by Leaguer indicated that nearly half of the Canadians surveyed plan to reduce their travel to the United States. Reports are a significant drop in the Canadian return trips to the United States by car, particularly in March of this year. Now, this time of year, we have a lot of people in Scottsdale that leave irregardless because they head back to Minnesota, to Chicago, back to the north where the weather is cooler. And once it hits 100 degrees in Arizona, anybody that has a second home or another residence in a cooler climate, they're out of here. So a couple things you have to consider when you're selling a home right now, because the Canadians have a real benefit to selling their homes in Arizona right now, or in the United States in general. And that's the exchange rate right now. There's about a 30% bonus to the people of Canada for selling their home in the United States right now. They can take that money and head back to Canada with a big bonus. Now, do you need a special real estate agent or anyone special to help a Canadian or a foreign person sell their property in the United States? The answer is no. There is a withholdings tax, but it's not technically a tax. Well, in Arizona, we handle our closings at a title company. So the title company is going to be doing a 15%. They call it FIRPTA tax. Now, they want to make sure that you don't run off and not file a tax return and pay your taxes. So if your property is under $1 million, they're going to withhold 15% at the title company of the purchase price. If it's over $1 million, it's going to be around 20% that's going to be withheld. So for an example, on a $600,000 condo in Scottsdale, take out 15%, $90,000 is going to be withheld. Now, is that a tax? Is that what's going on your tax return? No, that's withholding money. Once you file your returns in the United States and figure out how much you owe, whatever the amount is, that will be deducted from this withholding, and then you will get a refund on the balance. So this is not as complicated as people think, and I'll be honest with you right now, I am not seeing a ton of Canadians at least in this area, put their property on the market. The areas of Phoenix that are being most affected are the 55 plus communities, Sun City, Sun Lakes. A lot of the retirement communities are being more affected than others. Right now, the number of foreign-owned properties in the United States is less than 1%. So it's not a real big part of our market. Now again, in certain cities, it's a bigger part of their market. So if you're a Canadian and you need help getting your home sold in the greater Phoenix area, Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, I would love the opportunity to earn your business and help you get through this. Right now, the market is much slower than it's been in about 15 years. We're getting less traffic at our open houses. We're getting less offers on properties, and we're probably building days on market up to about 90 to 100 on a lot of properties. We'll see what happens this summer. A lot of the Canadians may wait until next year to sell. We don't know what the exchange rate will be, but they are definitely benefiting with the exchange rate right now, the US dollar to the Canadian dollar. Thanks for watching the video today. Email us, text us, call us if you have any questions. Have a great day.